Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be putting some spotlights on, so we're going to turn that into this. So I've already installed two of the spotlights on the bumper at the front. They come on with the full beam and they come on with the normal lights as well. So it's these small ones here, come on with the normal lights, and then it's the next three banks that come on with the full beam. I'm using the same lights on the roof, however they'll be simply connected into B spotlights, so all of the lights will come on at the flick of a switch, but not with the main beam. So these do come on with the main beam, they won't do up there, they'll just be on a switch. Right, so all the gear I've got to do this, I've actually bought off Temu. I've got the lot for less than 120 quid, and that included 6 spotlights, LEDs, 2 looms, I've got one for another set of lights as well, and a little cover for where it comes out of the main roof. So the reason I've done it this way is just for ease. You can make these looms up quite simply, but these come with the fuses, they come with the relays and everything all built in. So at this end comes with a switch. Now I'm not going to be using this particular switch, I'm using a Landrover switch that I've got on the dash already, but that's an easy swap. You've got the relay built in and the resistor, the fuse, sorry. And then this goes off to 2 feeds. Now what I've done, you can buy these for 4, but it was cheaper for me to buy one that goes into 2, buy a couple of splitters, and then I've also got these fittings to go on. So what I'm going to do is solder those onto here, and then the whole loom just clicks together really quickly and simply. The hardest thing is going to be wiring it into the vehicle itself and getting it from the outside in. So I'm going to get all this together, I'm going to mount the lights up just to see what they look like, and then I'm going to start working out how the loom goes in. Right, that's them installed loosely, so now I can work out what I'm going to do with the wiring, how I'm going to adjust it, etc. So first of all, I'm just going to hold the loom up to see what I'm going to do. So this cover is going to be mounted somewhere around here. I'm not entirely sure where yet, and I'm probably going to bring the cables down behind the bar on the actual roof rack itself just to hide them. The battery on the Defender is just below this seat, and that's where I'm going to be installing the relay before I work the switch across to the panel next to the steering wheel. And I can see here I've got plenty of length. So I'm going to pop these back off, I'm going to attach the connectors, and then I'm going to start the wiring side of things. Everything I've got here I've bought off Temu, really cheap. Spotlights, the loom itself, down to the fitting and the heat shrink. So all I've done, I showed you the loom earlier, it's just a twin loom that I've changed into a 4 loom. Just put an adapter on it. As you can see, I'm just turned it into. I've got 2 extensions onto the spotlights. So what I need to do is connect spotlights to the looms. Now on the spotlights, because I'm just going to use these as a spotlight, not as a side light, I'm going to connect the yellow and the reds together, which means that all 5 banks of lights will light up. Usually if you're just using it as a main beam, it'd be the 3 centres that would light up, and then the outer 2 would only light up on your normal beam. But I want the whole thing to light up on the switch. So the fittings that I'm going to be using are these little heat shrink sleeves. They've got built-in solder in the middle and hardened plastic at each end that shrinks down to the cable to hold it tight. I'm also going to heat shrink it, and I'm also going to tape it. I don't want any water getting any of these, and I don't want to be doing this again. So you just slot the fitting over your wire, twist the connecting wires together, make sure they're nice and tight, and then you're just going to slide the connector back over until the wires themselves are underneath the soldered area. See there? This wire is now actually under the solder. That's all the wiring sorted out. Now, it wasn't as straightforward as what I thought it was going to be. I got it all connected, thought I'd do a quick test, and nothing was working. Tried the lights on the single loom without the splitters, everything was fine. So I realised it was the splitters that were at fault. And I thought, is it something as simple as the polarity's been switched in them? And yes, it is. So I just rewired them all, swapped the positives and negatives around on all of them, and now they're all working great again. Apparently it's quite a common thing when you're using splitters that the polarity can be the wrong way around depending on what system you're using. So just another quick check, I'm just using a little power pack. Just going to connect the positive and negative up. As you can see, all 4 spotlights are now working. So these are the Mud UK switches. I've got a little 3D printed holder for them, which I put in next to the steering wheel. And on here I'm going to have my front spots, rear spots, my winch, and then I'm not sure what else, but something else. I've got plenty of spare switch spots in there, but I wanted this right next to the steering wheel so I can just hit them when I want them. So with the mud switch, you've got the ground, which is the silver one on the end, and then it's power in, illumination, power out. Now on this switch there's only 3 wires, so it's going to be ground, power out and power in. Let's see if these fit straight on. I'll find an illumination wire behind the dash for it, so when power's on the symbol will illuminate on the front. For now, let's make sure the switch does work. So now let's try this. Beautiful. So all I need to do is find the illumination switch for that, get all this wiring in, get these hung back on the roof, and then I'm going to work out how I'm going to get the wiring through to the switch, into the battery box, etc. So that's the next stage. So just getting these lights mounted again now, making sure I'm thread locking them, as I said. Now on the top of the bracket, where it attaches to the framework, there's quite a large hole up here. It's difficult for me to show you it, but to stop it moving around too much, I'm using some large penny washers just to take up the gap. So they've got 12mm nuts and 13mm heads on the bolt. I like to use the ratchet spanners rather than a socket to do this because of where the thread sticks out from the top of the nut. It can be a bit too long, so you can't get a good purchase. Whereas with the ratchet spanners, you can. I'm trying to keep the lights lined up as much as possible. There'll obviously need to be lots of adjustment once I'm done to make sure they're perfectly square. So they look pretty good. I'll get the wiring secured up to the roof rack now. And then it's ready to be connected in. Okay, that's the first part of the looms connected up. The lights fitted. So now what we need to do is connect up inside the cab and route the cables back out here to connect in. That's going to be the tricky bit. Right. Let's see what's next. I'm going to get the feed for the switch in first. This disconnects. And comes apart. So I need to get this down here, through everything and back out the bottom. Now, I wonder if I can do it without disconnecting everything. Let's have a look. Got the end of it. Now, if I can route this behind these panels, we've enough to play with. And I can bring this under this cover down here. Right, I'm just going to pop a hole through here so the cable can come into the battery bay. Deburr the hole quickly so it doesn't damage the cable. Okay, so I got this carpet back down now. Get the cable hidden inside. Now what I need to do is route this cable from the battery box up this pillar out through the surround for the pop top, and then it needs to come out here and go up onto the roof. So I found a grommet hole here which I'm going to utilise to bring the cables out under the seat, and then I'm going to work my way up. So the wiring's done. It's dropping down behind the awning, through the cover, up into the framework I've got at the top, and then it's going to drop down through here. And all I've got to do now is connect it to these two cables, and we're done. So that's the final stage now. I've got one more hole to drill just up here to drop them down. I'll get them connected. So this is the relay installed. We've got the red line going off to the positive and the black line going off to the negative. This is a power lead going up to the spotlights, which comes through a grommet just here, and it works its way up the pillar behind the seat belt, and then up into the gully at the top and out through the wall. So that's the spotlights installed. Everything's working great, just as it should do. If you liked what you've seen, please do subscribe and like the video. We've got lots more to come, and we'll see you again soon.